Welcome back, everybody. We are coming back from Rugrats picking up their map choice on Nuke. 16-8, if I remember correctly. I think the knife round's underway as well, so we can jump into that, and it will be Overpass, the second map. The third map is Dust 2 as the decider. That is going to be an interesting one if it gets to it, but I've seen Mythic play Overpass a lot lately, and it seems to be a map that they are focusing on, so I do suspect this will be closer.
I mean, you'd hope so, right? That first one was, I mean, like I said, you don't want to call it a choke, but it's definitely not one that you're going to walk away from happy if you're Mythic, especially going up against a team going through roster troubles. And obviously Rugrats had something up their sleeves with that pick, with that one being theirs, of course. But Mythic confident in their Overpass, hopefully. And I guess we'll get right into it here.
Yeah, and they get their side choice as well, so should play a factor. Double flashes.
Got to get on the board early in this one. Let's just say that. Let's get that one right out the gate.
Yeah, nuke opping is always a little awkward. Overpass is like Opper's Paradise. It's one of the Opper Paradises besides Train and Dust 2 as well. Let's see how it plays out. It's going to be aggression coming in from both sides towards Connector right now. Hayes gets the first frag. Now the remaining other players are trying to find their way in, but as long as Hayes survives right here, there's going to be so much pressure on all these players that they will not come out alive. And it is, in fact, successful for Mythic. 4 players versus 1. Xander now all alone, and Xander eliminated. 4 players with discounted helmets coming up as well. That's awesome.
Great pistol round from Mythic there. You know, playing 2 in towards Connector can be risky if that rush goes wrong and the T's are able to grab the picks and control. It can get difficult, but Mythic was ready for it. They had that short B control as well, so Anger was able to chime in and help out right away, and a convincing pistol that Mythic needs absolutely going into this one, especially for their confidence.
See, Rugrats going for the purchase. Deagles. They've got several smokes. 5 of them exactly. So I think they're setting up for some sort of set piece or some sort of rehearsed execute. I imagine towards the A site. Bomb is still down, so it's kind of unclear right now. But as you know, Deagles just trying to do their thing, work slowly, try to find opening kills. That will be the key in this round. Mythic, of course, they do have a pretty modest purchase as well. Ooh.
Find sprays like that after you play years of CS. That's you know, that's a veteran spray from Hayes. Ooh, Hunter almost falls to that nade as well and long.
Okay, 1 for 1. Hayes is still there, trying to support. Hunter is really wounded, so I imagine he will not be playing as confident as he can be. But he is coming in through long right now, behind the smoke, walking up, trying to find the headshot will be the key, but Hayes will find it a little quicker than Hunter can. Now Leaf's position is compromised, which really only leaves 1 person unaccounted for. And I wonder if ZNF will be ready for it. Yeah, I think he's... Oh. I think Swisher spotted him.
I don't think ZNF knows though. He's in a good spot. Should be able to get the frag, and he will. Timing almost bites ZNF in the back there, and now Leaf by himself. Only 3. Trying to get something done. Is he snuck his way back in towards the A site? Undetected. Oh, they know, though.
Yeah, they know. They 100% know he's here. It's just an awkward standoff because they don't want to give away their weapons, and there it is. Flom finds a kill.
I was watching that one from the lower bomb side. I'm like, do they know?
Yeah, no.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, no, they've been in like a long standoff on site.
I mean, that was a nice shot there from Leaf to shut down Hayes. Hayes with a rocket hot start, and this one absolutely fragging out. And again, this is a map that Mythic is going to need to, get their confidence back on. Hopefully send it to a Dust 2.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out. It's going to be Glocks, no armor for Rugrats. That's kind of the consequence of forcing up in the second round without a bomb plant. Now it's going to be ZNF with the MP9 up close and personal, looking for that SMG money, looking for that bonus money. But if he doesn't keep his gun out, or if he gets caught off by accident right here... And it mocks. Oh, wait. As I say that, Xander gets 2 kills with a Glock. He's going for the forced bomb plant, but I think Poland will deny that. There it is. So,
if it weren't for Poland behind that smoke, I mean, that would have been a hero play.
Yeah, that bomb plant would have helped a lot. Maybe not for this round, but I would have given them an $800 on top to make sure they can buy in the round to follow if they can't get a bomb plant. But either way, it is now Rugrats on the gun round, and instead of an op, they have Xander on the SG. Still no ops in play at all for either side, so Flom doesn't have his golden gun as well. They do
I mean,
have
he doesn't
kits.
need to yet, right? As long as they can keep the pace of play in their favor and continue to work this 3A setup and get playground control the way they have been, or they did rather in the previous round. Oh, Typhoon ready for it on the boost, taking down Hayes that long. That's going to leave Flom in a rough spot here. He needs to try to find one if he can, and he will, but trade it out quickly by Leaf.
And Poland gets a kill in Connector as well, so he brings it back into the realm of sanity, but Leaf is not letting him escape. Now, Swisher is in Connector. They have full control of it, so they have path up and down on the part of the map. So if they want to go B, it's available. If they want to go A, also available. DNF is on B. He's not really sure what he wants to do, but I think with that kill, he has no choice but to either go for the save or rotate up and try to battle the way in before they can plant the bomb. But this is... I think it's probably better off saved.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to say he could go for it if he was on the other side, retaking from bathroom side or long side. But trying to escape these 2 choke points in a 1-on-3 is near impossible. So save call would probably be the right one. And I think he's just kind of hoping for an overextension or putting himself in a spot where, he might be able to find one pick. Doesn't have a kit to work with either. No smoke for the bomb.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I think he's probably just looking for an exit at this point. But I'm not sure if looking for an exit is even worth it.
Now he's got to make them think about this at least, and he will be flashed off with 100 HP left. He's going to try to get away from the bomb. He should still be able to save. 50 HP left. Yeah, I mean, he played that, a little bit better than I guess my analyzing could handle. Because, yeah, he gets that pick and then backs off safely, gets both jobs done of denying a gun and saving his wife.
Right, yeah. It's a little, not kind of uncomfortable, but
it's a little risky, definitely, especially if he goes down there, buying into this. You look at where their weaponry is, their utility. I mean, they'd definitely be down a rifle in this situation without his saved one. So, all things considered, they will still be able to buy into this, and Rugrats getting on the board the first gun round.
Oh, look at... I love this setup here from Mythic. Hayes coming through towards the fountain side, undetected. Now, Typhoon is boosted. Trying to teammates head back here as well. He finds the first kill. He's going to go for the second one onto Poland. But Poland's trying to keep his life for as long as he can. Flom needs to support him as quickly as possible. And he actually gives up his angle. And he falls as well in Connector. And the defense, what was looking so promising for Mythic, is completely crumbled on its head. And now Rugrats are on the sprint towards the A site. The bomb is so far back. They haven't really decided if they want to go A or B yet.
What's the worst part about it is that they've actually got a timer on it, but Xander not even going to matter. Swisher was hot on the flank, so those 2 players were committed whether they liked it or not. And Rugrats with a clean sweep nearly. Hunter smartly going to go onto the MAC-10 here, realizing that this is likely a save coming out from the opposition as they're going to be buying into the following round. He's going to try to... I'll hand it over to Typhoon rather and let him poke and prod at the defenses.
Yeah. And, let him get some confidence in the meantime as well. Once Typhoon heats up, that's a really scary feat. But heavy ASAC for Mythic. Of course, they are just on USPs, a single Deagle, and Anger on the P2K. So probably not much to find unless this starts to happen. Hayes finding the first kill. Hunter answers back onto Anger, but again, it's only a P2K loss, so not much forfeited there. But I think with the amount of control that Mythic has... Wait. He hears him on the A site. They know. They must know.
Xander trying to walk right in. He was considering backing off and waiting for a safer moment, but catching Flom out there should cue in his teammates. Oh, a flanking ZNF. Not going to be able to get anything done with his USP. The MAC-10, the only thing recovered so far, and it's still Mythic on the outside looking in. Of course, nothing really lost in this round.
Yeah, you could say that again, pretty much. I don't suspect ZNF will find a kill with the USP, but there is a small percentage. Yeah, no, he's done for it. There it is. Things are tied up, 3-3. It's a big turnaround for Rugrats. This is a great turn of events for them. Now the first important round here for Mythic, besides the ones they've secured already or lost, it's up. It needs to be right here. The economy for Rugrats is way too scary, Zach.
Oh yeah, the team money is huge right now. They've got such a bank built on them. Just after these 3 consecutive rounds in a row versus Mythics, which is, I mean, despite having that 3 loss bonus, they definitely need this gun round, I'd say, in order to take control back of this half. It was looking good early on. It looked like they were, you know, ready to bounce back into this series, but all of a sudden Rugrats are giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, you can say that again. Now look at Mythic as well. They have nothing. No utility. They have a single smoke left. They have no flashes. They have no kits. You know how hard it is to get map control like this? So difficult. And the other thing is that they will have to hold this setup right here, and it's going to be Hunter. He's sniffing that one out, man. He knows. He is so ready for that.
He won an important duel at the end of the previous game against Flom with the op there, and once again, the attacking Hunter is going to find the frag. Xander, he actually spots out Hazed, and despite the awkward jump, he will get the better of him in that duel. And that could be the round right there, unless Anger's able to find some heroics into the site. He'll go down. That should be it. Should be a save here. Poland finds one. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, ZNF is really forward here on the site as well, but he gets eliminated by Hunter, and that pretty much seals the deal. Poland's gotta go.
He'll be hauling it out of there. Rugrats are going to be grabbing a lead here. Poland grabs the op. It's going to be a question of whether he can save this at this point, because with Rugrats' economy, I mean, I wouldn't blame them for sending Typhoon and Leaf after him right now. Looks like they are already. Poland's got to be careful. He's going to get met up with that long. He hears this player.
Oh, this is so awkward. Does he go back in connector? No, he's going to go back to... Oh!
Oh, no.
Run, Poland! I love Poland's profile picture, too. The cat smacking him in the face.
It's good to see him using it, too. And before it was... I think it was just his teammates using it. Yeah. So at least, you know, he's joined in on the joke here. Runs with the op the same way he runs from that cat.
Man, this is such an awkward round here for Mythic. They have an AWP, but they don't have enough money to force off a round. Gonna just have to hear Wap it, and it's gonna be Poland carrying it around. But I do have to point out that Flom is having a rough day in terms of performance today. This is kind of uncharacteristic, but Mythic, or excuse me, Rugrats are fast playing towards Monster right now. Look at entry in. Leaf, what a shot to open that up. And Leaf and Typhoon are mopping it up. No chance to fight back. And now Poland's gonna have to figure out where he can save the op this time. But there's so much time left on the clock.
Yeah, especially with all the, again, we talk about the money. Rugrats are just continue to build this bank, and it's completely worth it for them to start trying to flush this map, or flush out the map a little bit here and try to shut this op down. Hopefully Poland's able to hang on to it. He's got a little bit of support here in the name of Flom. Let's see what he can do. Xander's looking the wrong way. Poland will take that frag for free. I think Flom was actually doing a good job of drawing attention towards that connector for him as Xander gets caught looking the wrong direction. This is going to be another one of those rounds. Poland's going to have trouble.
Oh no. No, there's so many people around him. He can't even localize where that's happening. And there it is. Rugrats, 4 players alive. This is an impeccable performance from them so far. I mean, look at their economy. It's so scary.
Very good.
Yeah, it's scary. This is on the 9th round. That means they might have enough money for back-to-back buys for the rest of this half.
Yeah, actually, you're right about that.
I think if they lose 3 without bomb plants, I think that might be the only condition where they don't buy in a row.
Just like that, Mythic have a mountain in front of them that they've unfortunately allowed their other team to create that they now have to climb.
Let's see how it plays out. Double op set up early on for Mythic. This time they have at least 1 kit, limited on the utility once again. Okay, connector and water control coming out early. No fruits bared, and they will have to forfeit connector as well. Poland takes a duel against Typhoon and comes out on top. So finally an advantage found, and hey, ZNF does some free damage in connector as well. So things are looking good for Mythic.
Can they close it out though? We've seen this situation go awry for them already tonight. But Anger finding the kill on a lurking swisher should solidify things. They should be able to put themselves into a good spot. A minute left here on the round. A lot of information gained as ZNF now pushing through Monster as well. Should give Mythic a clue. This is headed towards A. Poland a little bit overextended. Not sure why he's on that angle, to be honest. Now Flom's in the site by himself. The only player rotating up to help him is an opping Haze.
Wow, and the flashbang is so effective. He has no chance to fight back, but Hayes eventually recovers from that flash, and he gets the kill onto Xander, but he gets overwhelmed and wrapped on sight. Leaf, Hunter, 2 players alive against ZNF and Anger, who is extremely wounded. And again, the kit is down on truck, so that's not an issue. That can be recovered easily. But will ZNF find kills on the flank? That'll really come down to that. Yeah, Hunter's going to wrap bathrooms too. ZNF might hear him. Okay, he does. Yep. That's a big pressure eliminated. Now they have to figure out where Leaf is, but he's lurking about inside CT spawn.
I think he's at long at this point. We'll activate. Kit's not there, and Leaf is gonna find the frag. And just like that, you know, a round that looks like it should be Mythic's in the bag. Like dominoes, they fall. And I mean, I hate to be that guy to put it on one person, but if Poland doesn't take that individual fight at that moment in the round, it's a lot easier for them to lock it up. It's an example of how CS can be like a cold mistress, you know, especially as a team game, because he takes that fight, he goes down. It gives them a pass into the A side. Of course, Flom, you know, can't always be excused for missing that first shot, but Hayes rotating in with an op of his own. That's a bad situation to...
Yeah, there's so many things that are lining up incorrectly there for Mythic, I think. Leaf, though, finds Flom early on. That's another pick going in the way of Rugrats. I mean, they're already having a good half. 6 rounds on the board on T-side overpass. Awesome. Anything more than that is just phenomenal. They can get double digits here as well on the T-side. That is... Whew. Yeah,
that'd be a cherry on top of an already great first map.
Wow, the Molotov spreads. I don't agree that the Molotov should hit that high up. That doesn't make sense. Ooh, Golden finds 2 kills, but it cannot recover for the 3rd on Typhoon. And I think with that kill, it's going to give them confidence to just start hitting the A site. Typhoon is just holding W as fast as he can, trying to get on the site, trying to gain control. Anger taps away with the D-Gold and eventually stabilizes for the kill. So down to 2s once again.
Actually, a little bit of information gained too. ZNF taking the taps into connector. Anger grabs the AK, and this is not all but gone for Mythic here. Rugrats got to be ready for this weapon in towards the A site. Anger, a tall task, though, as these 2 players are going to try to hunt him down. 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, time is ticking. Anger has the element of surprise, but he cannot capitalize off it, and he tries to peek. He goes for it again, Zach, and he falls, and that's going to be the bomb plan. This is looking incredibly grim. No situation is unfolding favorably for Mythic, and he seems to be just trying to overcompensate every single scenario, and it's just not working out for them.
Yeah, Anger was hoping that he could just win that duel, and that would be the chance at winning the round. Didn't really want to wait for ZNF to tag up with him and try to play it 2-on-2, and I can kind of understand that. But ZNF has no choice but to go for this. The clock is ticking, though. Xander's at a distance with the AWP. Will shut him down. A 7th round for Rugrats. The bank is booming for the attacking side right now. I'd say Mythic need this gun round. You know, you almost want to say the game's over.
No, they need the next 2 gun rounds back-to-back. Possibly even 3.
Probably.
Dude, if they get reset at any point in time, they're so screwed.
I was just trying to be a glass half full person by saying 1, but you're definitely right about them having to get a couple in a row here.
Yeah, maybe even 3 in a row if they really wanted some sort of lead here in this first half. Again, an 8-7, okay, not too bad. 9-6, it's okay. Anything beyond that is crazy. Anger peeks out, but it's going to be Hunter getting the kill onto Leaf, and Typhoon follows up onto Anger. Xander now from short A, chiming in as well. That's Hayes removed, so now ZNF's all alone. He has no support, and he's hearing the Molotovs ticking away as well. And now Poland gets eliminated as well. That leaves only 2 players alive. Wow. I'm speechless.
I mean, I'm smelling a GG here just from the way that Mythic is... Okay, Hunter. Enough, dude. Come on.
That's...
Oh,
yeah, they have no mercy right now. 0 mercy right now. Oh,
yeah,
man.
This is, I mean, and that's the way Mythic is playing. It's like, they might not be tilted, but it's like they're playing like it. You see Poland just run out that smoke there in towards the site. The individual fights that they're taking just so uncoordinated. This is just such an uncharacteristic appearance from Mythic so far. I mean, despite obviously ZNF still being new to the team here and the changes that have come with Lex going back to Battalion is what I heard. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I got that wrong. Either way, it's just Rugrats are just handing themselves like they're just everything is going the way of Rugrats right now. There's nothing else that could be said.
Yeah, look at Poland's position right now. He's hearing all this happening. Ooh, nice shooting onto Swisher. That's one, but there's still 2 players there. He gets another onto Typhoon. That's job well done. They don't expect the other players to be around that area though. So that's 1 kill for Hayes off the element of surprise. This could be a turning point if they can capitalize off it.
They actually have full upper control too over towards that site, and Hayes finds 2 more frags, 3 on the round for him. He'll recover the AWP. Flom not able to grab a weapon there, get based on his position. A necessary round win for Mythic. Do we want to call up our girl JoJo and say that it's too little too late? I'm not sure. The kids in chat might be a little too young for that one. I'm not sure about that one either, but we'll see. Mythic's got a shot now.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no one understands that reference.
You do, though. I know you do.
I think I do. I have to see the video to really remember it.
Yeah, she was definitely a one-hit wonder.
But now this is, again, an opportunity for Mythic to turn things around. They have a decent amount of money on the back. They have a lot of money in hand as well. Double op setup, full utility mostly. They have 3 kits available now. They just gotta hold strong.
Nice shot from Flom there. Flom and Poland both chiming in with important frags. Hunter shutting down Flom and Poland falling though. That's gonna put a lot onto the shoulders of Hayes, who tries to go out the smoke wide. They hear him and shut him down. Once again, the double op setup comes back to bite Mythic with how they're playing this. It just seems so awkward that the rotating player is always stuck with a scope in his hands in these situations.
I have to say, it seems like Rugrat has their number on deck. I mean, they're figuring out everything that they're doing. The pace is perfect. The utility is perfect. Everything is just on point right now. Anger eliminates Swisher. That's a big part of the puzzle. Hunter now the last player alive after ZNF finds a kill. The Molotov comes out. No smoke on hand for ZNF. And Hunter knows he has a round in the bag. So he doesn't need to do anything anymore.
He just runs towards it, trying to shut him down. I mean, that's a gift of a kill. But a consolation prize in the least. I mean, this is so bad for Mythic. It's so hard to watch because I mean, that's a questionable decision from Hayes, but he has to try to do something maybe to get the bomb stopped. They hear him, they shut him down for a second time. The double op setup is going to come back to bite Mythic, and despite, you know, what's been working for them in the past, which is having a really solid A control on the map, it's just really not going that way. Rugrats is continuing to default into that area with no fear. They're finding the trades and gaining the information, going for relatively easy plants, and the rounds are going in their favor.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I think Mythic relies heavily on their A control, and it's, again, getting shut down left and right. Flom finds an opening kill, but I don't imagine he has to escape out of this. ZNF is trying to support, but it's actually going to be Poland swinging out from the, you know, element of surprise. But Flom is in a really awkward situation here. Not sure if he gets out alive.
I don't know if he does. He has to hit that shot on the leaf, and he will. Poland does come in to help him out. That Molotov in front bathrooms there bought Flom a little bit more time, and now Hunter by himself. Mythic looking to grab a 5th round. They'll absolutely need this 6th round, but, you know, we're looking very, very grim for them. If they can get out of this half down 9-6, I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered.
Yes, yeah, definitely all things considered. Overall, on the map statistics, maybe not so good. 9-6, you mean, if our guys get double digits here, that's an impeccable T-side overpass. But what really worries me is that with a 9-6 or a 10-5 scoreline, it's so much pressure on that pistol. And that's not something that is consistent for Mythic, right? They're not like Singularity or Furia who are picking up a lot of their pistols. Mythic is the opposite. Yeah. They struggle with pistol rounds. It's really where they find the most struggle. Now, mind you,
lost both in the previous map, and then this one they were able to grab like, they were able. Yeah, I mean they were able to get this one here, but being down, it's going to be really difficult if they don't get this pistol. Yeah.
And the amount of cash for Rugrats as well is still in effect. Swisher can drop an AK-47 right here. Hunter will probably just force... Oh, it's going to be an op. Alright, Xander goes down to a deagle. That's not bad.
Mythic consistent on this double op setup. I mean, they did save it from the previous round, but you know they're continually willing to go for it, and I guess that's just shows their confidence, or maybe just throwing everything out the window and just sticking to what they're used to. I guess whether it's working or not, it's hard to say what it is at this point for them, but it'll need to work in this one if they want a chance at sending this to a Dust 2. If they don't get this one, Pistol becomes even more paramount.
Yeah, let's see if they decide to linger around this time. Seems like Hunter has been pretty much canceling Flom every single round. The head-to-head is definitely leading into Hunter's favor. That is going to be a big part of the puzzle here for Mythic. Hunter finds Poland this time, and ZNF does answer back towards Water. Maybe a bit overzealous here from Swisher. But not too bad overall. His weapon is recovered at the very least, and ZNF, well, he's down to 7 HP, so damage is done, and it seems like Rugrats are happy with that. They know that ZNF's wounded, and they're going to take their chances there where they at least have some control versus go back to A where they have no control at all.
You have a couple of flashes to work with. It does look like they're not going to question themselves, and they'll just head straight in towards this B site. The flashes are in. Angered in a very powerful position, but he's shut down immediately. And now a 7 HP ZNF. He finds one. If he can get two here, that's huge, but not able to find that second kill. And this once again is where the double op setup to come back to bite Mythic, as they're not able to retake with Flom going down early. Hay is in a prayer situation with this op. Does have a kit and smoke to work with. Just got to catch one of these players looking the wrong way.
Yeah, this is incredibly awkward. They know exactly where Hayes is, and now the crossfire is in effect. So it is Rugrat taking the double-digit finish here on the first half. 10 rounds on the board. Even with Swisher going 3, 3, and 9, they still managed to get 10 rounds. That's impeccable.
Yeah, very good half from Rugrats once again here, and now they can afford to be a little bit looser on their CT side. And on a map like Overpass, that can get a little bit scary, even if you're a team like Mythic, who should, in theory, have a very solid default. There's going to be a lot of room for Rugrats to flex their firepower.
Yeah, I want to see what they're up to here. Mythic, no utility, all armored up. They're ready to fight, and it seems like the fight will be happening towards Connector and Water likely, and it might end into a B split. Now, Rugrats are holding the classic AAA setup. They also known as the SK setup, which I believe was popularized by the old SK roster. Vander. Oh. Hello, Poland. Anger does find the trade, and now they're flooding over towards the the B site. Now Swisher has to fall back, no choice, but Xander finds the second. And now Swisher.
Oh no, this is bad now. As Typhoon coming in off of the wing here. Flom shuts down his teammate. He's got Typhoon pinned. He has the bomb, and Flom is going to win an incredibly important pistol round. Dude, that came right down to the wire.
It did. That is... Okay. Flom woke up at the proper time. 3 kills on the hand. And then seriously incredibly important round here picked up by Mythic. They needed that. They needed that for their psyche. They needed that for their emotions. Now, I wonder if they're going to expect this force buy from Rugrats. That's an MP9, an UMP, and Nova, double deagles. So they have long range potential. They have the close range potential as well. And if it's not cleared out cleanly enough, it could be weird.
The round coming to a stalemate so far. Mythic extremely apprehensive of these B angles, wanting to really maintain the distance here if they can. Playing this properly, to say the least.
Okay, I think Mythic was just trying to feel it out, and I think they recognize that, okay, now we know they bought. Now they don't really know how to manage the situation. They have no control towards the A site, Zach. If this goes below 40 seconds and they have 0 control on A, they have to commit B into the stack.
Hunter resmoking Monster up from that A site. Xander and Connector, he'll be punished. He's taken down right away. by Poland. That's an extremely important kill for him to find too, considering he's by himself. He will grab that part of the map, and now continuing to try to sell fake towards B. Hunter needing to pry for information. He'll be spotted by Flom, and Mythic is going to escape what looked to be a tight one given the positioning and time left on the clock. They should be able to get this done.
Yeah, and Anger has...
Or not.
I was going to say Anger has Typhoon in the bag, but it's going to be Flom picking up the kill towards CT spawn. Typhoon does find the kill and an AK, but hazed. Putting them in a daze. Good night, Typhoon. Just down to Leaf and Nova. An impossible scenario. That I genuinely do not believe there is a reality where he wins this clutch with the Nova.
If you can find a kill, though, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And saving it into this next... I mean, I guess he could save it. It's a Nova. Better than a pistol in some situations, but lurking out into the site, CNF will shut him down, and Mythic grabs a 7th round.
Yeah, not only that, but they've got themselves a freebie coming up right here.
What should be a freebie?
Oh, yeah. Good point.
You don't want to...
I don't want to cast a curse too hard.
I mean, I've already done that on accident once or twice here in this series to Mythic, it seems like. So I don't want to, punish them any more than I already have.
True. Nah, real talk though, they do have double mag 10s. I don't believe they dropped this one.
They should be able to get this one.
Let's
it
see,
looks like
Rugrats with 2 flashes, Zach.
Yep.
Oh no, the flashbangs come out. I think Mythic is ready for it, and yes, mopped up.
Clean too. I mean, Haze almost goes down there, but very clean round and one that they need because now they're able to start emulating the T side of their opposition here already early into the half here. Only 3 rounds in, and their team money is looking very good.
Agreed. It's kind of the mirror of the first half. Let's see. Now, mind you, Mythic won the pistol, won the 2 rounds prior, and then they dropped the next like 3 rounds in a row, and that really hurt them. So as long as they don't do the same thing right here, and they keep up the economic pressure, they're good to go. But they will give up the first pick here to Hunter, who's playing incredibly aggressive towards the bathrooms, and he is not looking to miss his shots or his opportunities this time. So it is now Mythic in an uphill battle, 4 versus 5. They only have control towards the A side as well, so falling back is probably not an option right now unless they start clearing out water.
Seems to be Poland's job in this situation. He'll flash out, he won't find anything. And so potentially looking to cause some hesitation. Rugrats not going to blink. They have rotated a 3rd player in towards the A side.
Yeah, it's rough. And that's even more rough. Let's Swisher finding the 2nd kill onto Flom, and now it's Poland and Anger, Mac 10 and an AK up against 5 players. I don't know about this one. Okay, that's a start, but there's no way they recover the bomb, right? Right?
No, Hunter's got a great angle here. He'll take down Anger on the wall bang. How many times we've seen him hit wall bangs with this AWP so far in this game, trying to jump around his Poland. Not going to be able to throw off the opper from Rugrats. And as such, an 11th round going to go the way of Rugrats. First on the board in this half for them.
Yeah, not only that, but 4 players alive, 2 AK upgrades for free, full utility, full kits, money looking not too shabby.
Oh, not at all. Things looking fairly decent for them in this situation.
Yeah, they had a lot less to work with in the last round, and they made that one work. So now they have a bunch of utility to work with. So early Molotov comes out towards Party Fountain. This is becoming more and more popular. The T-step Molotov, if the terrorists want to go fast, they have to run through it. Now Hunter is boosted up towards sandbags. He's looking for that early pick. It's going to be Flom walking in, though. Does he expect this angle? Ooh. I think if he wasn't glass cannon, he had that. That'll be Leaf getting the kill. Okay.
Xander as well chiming in here. Rugrats looking very good now. Bouncing right back after a slow start to the half. Looking to be the beneficiaries of a very good first half and close this one out before we see a dust too. Unless Mythic are able to make something happen in towards this A site quickly. Xander going to be challenged here.
Yeah, I'm not sure Mythic can sniff this one out. They're gonna need to worry about this guy to the left first. He's on the fallen side. He's up close and personal. He could peek at any point in time, but he's holding so slow. He spots the barrel. That's the first kill gone down. Hayes is eliminated, and it's all down to ZNF and Poland. ZNF finds one, but only 30 seconds left on the clock means they have to start moving. They have a lot of utility on hand. They can use some of that to try to at least deny some of the angles, but Rugrats are holding strong and in the right place.
Nice angle there from Hunter to shut down Poland. Now ZNF by himself, 35 HP, finds one frag, looking for a second, not going to be able to find that frag. And as such, Rugrats are going to earn themselves a 12th round, put Mythic in a bit of a rough spot where they're going to have to go for a pistol buy. If they close that out, that'll be 13. And Mythic will be on the ropes at that point.
Looking that way. See what they're up to. Pistols, armor for Mythic. I have to say though, for being not only, I mean, in my opinion, if you have two new players, that's a pug. Like, yeah, your core is okay. But this is essentially a glorified pug for Rugrats.
Yeah, that's fair to say. And a glorified pug that looks like has potential, to say the very least.
No, fast play for Mythic up towards the A site. I believe they're starting to get spotted and heard now. Now Flom has a big, he's flanking the flanks. That could be probably the key turning point if he can get there in time.
Oh, that's very important. Anger and ZNF though trading more out towards the other side of the map. Smoke's on the bomb. This is going to be very difficult for them to find here. Flom finds the kill.
No!
Oh no! ZNF, he's blind. Oh no! Not like this.
No, dude, not like this. In fact, wow, that could have been such a key turning point for Mythic. That was it. That was it, Zach. They had it in the bag again.
I mean, this is one of those series that, like, yeah, they're gonna go back and they're gonna, if they watch back these VODs and, you know, check out how close some of these rounds are, they're just gonna be like kicking themselves. These are the kind of rounds that you kind of, you know, once you realize how close they were, you wake up in a cold sweat thinking about.
Right, yeah. Ooh, Hayes almost hits that. That would have been a good pick. Bomb's getting tagged down. It's gonna make him play a little bit more safe for comfort than he'd like. Usually it's Bomb kind of trying to pluck players out of the server. Hayes has no escape. Swisher and Typhoon doing a really good job clearing out that water pressure. Now Hunter's moving up inside the bathrooms. He finds Anger completely unsuspecting, and it seems like the aggression for Rugrats is catching Mythic off guard, and they don't really have a way to deal with it. They don't really know what to do. Look at Xander. Oh no, Xander.
Oh no. Nah, Hunter's there. It's all good. It's all good for the moment.
I like what Xander was doing, but I think he should have just secured the kill. He's just looking for that other player, but now it's all down to Poland and a 1 versus 4. The damage is done. It doesn't even matter at this point. Our player's alive as well. That's worst outcome for Mythic.
Yeah, there's no way to get out of this at this point. This one's going to be... I can confidently say this one's going to end in Rugrats' favor. It's just going to be... How many rounds Mythic are going to be able to claw back, because they need to play near perfect Counter-Strike at this point. And with the force buy like this coming into play, we've seen the fast play out of them really not pay any dividends so far. Rugrats not budging, and they're just playing so well individually too. Like a lot of the duels that Mythic needs to win, they're not winning.
Now the only silver lining I can find here, besides the fact that Mythic has weapons in this round, is that at least on the T side, you, at most, even with maximum loss bonus, the CTs have to at least save 1 round in between their purchases, so there's that. Now, control is being exerted here from Rugrats once again, but it'll be pulled and Flom just assassinating 2 players. Now, Hunter inside the connector springs into the action feed, so he does duck. He at least finds a kill in return, making things a little bit more doable, but he's looking for that second. That's so close.
He finds that kill, they really have solid hold on the round here. Flom's been spotted out. He's mollied and is going to have to smoke himself out of this position. Typhoon smells blood here. He wants this frag, but he can't overextend. He sees the flash of haze and shuts him down. Oh no. Flom needs to find his trade. He will. His teammates activated out of Monster in anger. Shutting down Swisher unsuspectingly in sight should give Mythic a round here. A 9th one that they absolutely needed. Hunter's already in the site. He doesn't even care, but he'll go down for it.
Okay. Sign of life, Zach. Sign of life
here.
Yeah, and they've passed their last score at least, and it can't be a 16-8 anymore. I think this could be a very well be this could be a comeback, actually. I can kind of see it, but many things will have to unfold in a very specific way, and this first round will be the first obstacle. I'm incredibly surprised to see Rugrats forcing up off that, considering they could have just saved one and fought in the next. But I guess they have a lot of rounds to play around with, so not too bad. Let's see how it unfolds, though. It's just SMGs and a boss. Oh, and an AK now.
Olin. Not careful about that angle. He'll be punished for that.
At least the AK is removed out of play. ZNF is now finding space on towards the A site with the kill onto Hunter. Now the significant amount of utility in Mythic's hands has pretty much secured this post plant. As long as Haze doesn't let Leaf get out of control. Oh, that's yeah, not have to worry about this flank.
Nice shot there from Anger.
Yeah, they
to
know that's
open
not
things
Leaf,
up
though.
here. Well, do they know that he's in though? That's the question. Oh, Leaf.
Wait.
Takes the kill. He kind of had to though. Without a kit, he couldn't have just let him walk.
Wait. It's all down to Flom. 1 versus 1. He has no idea where Flom is, and I think he has this one in the bag, and now Flom will eliminate him on the way out. Oh, no, he doesn't. Wow, the timings.
Doesn't even really need to hunt this. Can't hunt it. He won't even have a chance to get there.
Wow.
I mean, you've kind of been all about silver linings tonight, Roy, and the one thing that I guess I'm seeing out of Mythic in these previous 2 rounds, and although late round it's not a little dicey for them, this sort of play that they've been, you know, exemplifying when they're on the ropes here, this kind of like no cares given Counter-Strike, seems to be, you know, giving Rugrats a taste of their own medicine in a sense, and it's buying them a lot of space and room. They're, you know, they're playing with more confidence than they were previously. You're right to say a couple of times it looked like they were just kind of overthinking or overcompensating. Now they're just kind of going in and trusting themselves, and if they can pull this one out, although the B stack will it pay off here. ZNF and Hayes hit the first 2. Just trying to frag it out is going to be Anger as well. Oh no, Typhoon hasn't been shut down yet. Can he get one more? All of a sudden in a 1v1 in Hunter. He's got control of the bomb. Flom seems to be aware that he's in this position. It's just going to be timing. And Flom with the clutch.
The crab walk. The crab walk just saved Flom's life. He ducks that headshot right away. Wow. That was way closer than Mythic would have liked, though. Now they're on potential reset if they lose this.
You know, I'm really scared to say it, because I'm talking about them playing no cares giving Counter-Strike. They walk right into a stack and almost lose the game on it. Like, I'm really scared now.
Not only that, but
I'm not a very superstitious guy, but
the barrel molly though, that was rough. That almost lost him the game. You got to get your utility right, especially on NC ecos. Now Xander's up close and personal. I wonder if they expect this aggression to come out of him, and yes, they do. Hanger just lawnmowered him. He didn't even stop running. He literally kept running as he killed him, and kept running afterwards. Yikes.
now playing things slow, waiting for more aggression out. Monster is going to be hazed. Swisher trying to win this fight. He will. Nice pre-fire there on that angle to even things out 4-on-4. And rather an advantage, at least in the HP department.
Bolin has no idea Leaf is here, but actually Bolin's intuition kicks in. Swisher answers back through the wood. He spammed the trade. That is incredible. I can't believe I just saw that. But threes is what we're in right now. 45 seconds left on the clock, or near that at the very least. DNF does have control towards water. There are 2 players defending, it seems, or it looks like, at least on the minimap. I'm not sure where that... Yeah, they both are here. I mean, Mythic is walking in where the defense is strong right now, Zach.
With Anger only on 2 HP, you'd hope he gets this Molotov out, and Flum goes down. Anger has to bide his time now and hope that this B flank can draw a rotate. Everyone seems to be guessing that it's over towards the B side. Anger, 2 HP left, needs to make a hero play here. 16 seconds. Will he even be able to get the bomb down? I'm wondering, is Typhoon just gonna knock out? He's already out into the site.
Dude, I would have liked to see Anger use that molly before he planted the bomb, so at least he didn't have to worry about the jump up. Throw the molly, hold, make sure no one comes through. As soon as you know he is not coming through, just stick the bomb. At least you don't have to worry about your right. You can reposition, but if he sticks the bomb, he has no idea that player is pushing up on him.
I
He has
think the
no
pressure
idea.
of the clock just gets to you in that situation. I mean,
It's
when he
17
finds
seconds.
that kill. Even so, I mean, yeah, I guess the Molotov would have made sense for sure. I agree with you on that. He could even, yeah, with 17 seconds, he could have even held it. Maybe he was just anxious of the flank, though. I guess he's not counting in his head where these players are. It's hard on a map like Overpass to account for, you know, all of the possibilities and around, even with the information that's being fed to you. So, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. It's still unfortunate because that's a round that Mythic needed. And how you look at where their bank is vis-a-vis their opponent, and especially their buy too here. It's pots and pans for these guys.
Double AKs, a Deagle, CZ for Poland, and Mac 10 for Anger, compensating. At least they have a lot of utility on hand. That definitely helps things out, but I think with this kind of purchase that they have, it's gonna have to be either a set play or some sort of fast play. Now, Hunter's getting all the information that Rugrats needs towards A site, but can they hold back against his fast B play? The Molotov is perfectly timed by Leaf. That will shut down the fast play.
Still, short B control will be conceded by Rugrats in exchange for a chunk of the clock.
Look where Xander is. Oh, does he look left? Oh, he looks left.
He's gonna let him go. He knows that he's the lurking player. He can have his teammates now kind of stack up as long as they don't hear them run up connector. Xander's looking for the bomb, and he just might find.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's gonna knife. He's gonna do it. Now BM.
Oh, that is insult to injury. Absolute disrespect. And this round has now become infinitely more complicated and really confusing for Mythic because they have no idea how to claw their way back in. The double walk push comes out from Monster. Anger gets caught off completely unsuspecting. ZNF and Flom are all the way on the A site, but they have to recover the bomb in less than 40 seconds. Time is ticking. Poland's in water. He's getting spammed down, and this round is over.
This is a GG. You gotta call it at this point. Hunter finds the frag onto Flom. Leaf's calling it ahead of time. A little bit of BM there on his part, but what can you do? I mean, he understands it. Poland's probably got to understand it. Mythic understands it. They've been outplayed. Rugrats are going to go on to take this one 2-0, ultimately securing themselves the win here tonight in this best of 3 against Mythic.
What a performance. Hey, you know what's even crazy as well is this game's the same thing as last game. There are no overperformers. There's people that have higher ADR than other people, but like the kills are in relatively close succession. They're not far apart, and it's kind of a team effort, right, from Rugrats. I suspected that the Hunter, Swisher, Xander, these players would be popping off considering they're the core of the team, or even Leaf, even though he is a stand-in, but he's a young fragger, he's a young talent, and you expect him to just be running around. But man, what a performance from Rugrats. It almost looked incredibly one-sided as well.
There's a few moments there, where you might think Mythic had a chance to get back into that one, but then you just get the individuality of like a play from Xander there. That last round, such a hero play to just let Flom go, walk in, find the bomb, all the information's there. That single play just wins them the game. And again, it was just a case of kind of Mythic, building themselves a mountain that they then had to climb by allowing the team they're playing so much room to work with. And ultimately, they'll go down 0-2 in this one, and they'll be back to the drawing board. It is, of course, a new lineup potentially to be considered with ZNF joining the team. But I think ZNF played as well as he could have given the situation, hitting a lot of great shots tonight.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think ZNF did play pretty well. But again, it's one player filling in with a core of 4. It's not too bad. And ZNF for Lex is a pretty even trade, I would say. But yeah, I mean, what a performance. I'm really surprised to see this outcome. I thought it would be at least, 3 maps overall, possibly even leading towards Mythic. But wow. Wow. But that concludes the match for us for tonight. Rugrats coming out with a 2-0 win. Let's go ahead and just jump quickly to the bracket just so we can show you guys what's happening here in the brackets for playoffs. 3 teams, I believe, I'm not counting, have already been eliminated. Gee, 4 teams have not been eliminated. INTZ coming out with a 2-0 win over Polar Ace. ATK beating Party Knots last night 2-1. So that means that ATK versus Rugrats will be in the quarterfinals, or at least round of 8. That's gonna be such a good game. I like that.
That'll be a good matchup, I think. I mean, ATK also going through recent roster changes with Sonic joining up with Envy recently. So we'll see how that one plays out. Of course, close against Party Knots in that previous one. Tonight, Rugrats coming out on top is going to be a big boost to their confidence heading into that one, though.
For sure. And I think they'll have Ultra for their matchup as well. INTZ, of course, 2-0 Polar Ace. That was, I wouldn't say expected, but I mean, they are a severe overdog. And they are in Pro League as well. So, I mean, I did kind of expect that outcome. Team 1-2 over Prospects. I did not expect that one. That's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much catches us up to speed here in the brackets for at least the North American part of the Winners League. But guys, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. Hopefully you have enjoyed yourselves and enjoyed the content. If you haven't done so already, please follow our socials. That is Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Zach's and my own down here below. Check out the win.gg platform. It's actually really awesome, and they're pumping out content, original content, on a daily basis. Besides that, if you missed the action, we have highlights coming up for you. And besides that, we are out of here. Good night and enjoy your evening.